Hello, my battalion of viewers. I'm the Knight of Arcane, and today we'll be looking at the last round of the Danganronpa Ultimate Swaps, as voted on by Patreon. It's been an interesting journey with this, with a lot of designs that I've liked, and some that could be better. But I hope you all enjoyed this, and excited to see me continue this into Danganronpa 2 and V3. Anyways, let's check out our last Ultimate Swaps, shall we? The Fujisaki Corporation was quite happy to have one of their own be invited to Hope's Peak as the ultimate heir. Chihiro Fujisaki wasn't. More so, due to the ultimate title the Academy gave her. Being one of many children in the Fujisaki family, she was brought up to be a perfect member for the corporation, taught the important skills to run the business, and deal with competitors in the market, all for the glory of the company. Chihiro understood it all, excelled at stats, statistics, and stocks, yet was unhappy with her family for a simple reason: not accepting her for who she was. Chihiro was born male at birth, but always felt more feminine, liking the skirts and dresses her mom and sisters wore more than the pants and suits she was forced into, and just preferred to be seen as a girl. Her parents and older relatives insisted Chihiro start acting like a true son of the Fujisaki Corporation, ignoring her when she tried to explain to them her thoughts and reasons, and dismissed her feelings. Chihiro then figured if she could prove herself to her family by being useful but still as herself, then they'd finally accept her. Chihiro worked hard, acquiring many assets for the corporation, and finding ways to increase the productivity and stock price of the company by 30%. By middle school, she was able to amass herself over $4 billion in wealth, in part due to her successful day trading, and was getting respect. Yet, her family still called her their son. The invite to Hope Peak's Academy, calling her the ultimate heir, lowered her spirits greatly. But Chihiro was determined to be her real self there, to be respected as her true talent as the ultimate Affluent Prodigy. Though her younger sister also helped to cheer her up by claiming her big sister was the ultimate heiress. Now though, Chihiro is trapped in a killing game, something many would believe someone with the title of ultimate heir couldn't survive, believing they only had their money to influence people and events. But Chihiro Fujisaki worked hard with the resources afforded to her by her birth to get the respect and skills that made her the ultimate affluent prodigy, and she'll make sure to use those skills to live. I know the first thing people probably will comment about is the fact I made Chihiro trans. The writing for Chapter 2? Just really bad. And Chihiro just feels very transcoded. Just written by someone who doesn't understand the trans experience. I may not have gone super into it here, but I do hope I did a good job trying to express a little bit why Chihiro is trans in this. Her overall design is probably very similar just to how Chihiro already is in a way. Did give her a little more of a heel to her shoes, and she has more of a suit jacket on top. And probably the main thing is her hair is being a little bit longer than normal. But I still kind of like it in its own simple way. It can probably go into like the story and lore that, you know, since her family is trying to limit her being like an actual woman, trying to control her outfits, so she just works with what she can get her hands on, along with probably very subtle stuff. The fact that the blouse can't really be seen because of her sleeves could be something that helps her get a little bit of gender euphoria. Overall, you might not see much of a difference with Chihiro being the ultimate affluent prodigy / heiress, but I still think she looks pretty cute, and hope you can still enjoy her this way. This weekly video was voted on by the patrons over on Patreon, who, starting at $3 a month, can vote on monthly and weekly art polls like this one, get early access to content, and get monthly art rewards, starting with character headshots. So if you can, head over to Patreon to become a patron today. Every little bit helps. Anyways, now back to the video. Byakuya Imagat is possibly the best programmer and hacker in the world, let alone in his generation. His single mother worked long shifts at many jobs over the years, with some allowing her to bring her son, since she couldn't afford a sitter, and he would stay quiet and out of the way in the small or empty rooms he was allowed to stay in. During these times, Byakuya would read anything given to him or left in the room, making him incredibly intelligent and knowledgeable, yet it was books on math and programming he was able to excel at. It was when his mother was a secretary at a small tech firm that someone accidentally left documents on an unfinished computer program, and was easily able to finish it, along with fixing some parts in the code he knew were causing problems, just by reading it. The tech firm was astonished by how Byakuya was able to fix and finish it, especially with how advanced it was, and offered him some extra work. He was able to learn more and more about coding and programming, making multiple advances in technology and programming, but he also worked on a few personal projects on the side, making them extremely protected from hackers and others, learning from their attempts to become a hacker himself. His work even got the attention of the Tagami Corporation, who was able to sponsor Byakuya to be invited to Hope's Peak Academy as the ultimate programmer. Though, maybe it would have been for the best if they didn't notice him. Byakuya Imagat finds this killing game to be amusing, somehow able to keep calm in this event. Maybe people think his talent as the ultimate programmer means Byakuya isn't much of a threat. But is it possible he'll be able to survive after all? Will admit I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to go with designing ultimate programmer Byakuya. Still want him to look a little stuck up, which is why he has, I'm going to assume it's a turtleneck, along with his little vest, which seems to be Vox coded. Huh. But also kind of wanted to go in a very hipster-like look. Kind of more like what a programmer in the West would probably look like. I did also look up programmer outfits and saw like some sort of jackets that just made me think this could work. And then also gave him headphones and an over-the-shoulder bag that his laptop would be in. It was kind of hard to get the jacket to work because I really wanted to do this sort of plaid-like pattern on it. So it was just some trial and error to figure out. Seems pretty interesting that he isn't Byakuya Tagami in this AU. Pretty weird, huh? Overall, this Byakuya does feel very much like a programmer. One that I can easily see in an anime or a show. And think people would still simp over this version too. And that was the final Danganronpa 1 Ultimate Swaps. I think I might pause on the Danganronpa 2 ones on the poll until next year when the re-release of 2 and 2x2 comes out. That way I can get more traction and notice. I did also have an idea of doing ultimate swaps between Danganronpa 1 and Danganronpa 2. And that could be the one I do around when 2 and 2x2 come out next year. So let me know what you think overall. We have the compilation in the works, so if you want to see the art early for that, and vote on the next videos, then make sure to head over to Patreon and join today. Let me know what you think of these designs in the comments, and if you liked what you saw, then leave a like, and subscribe to join our growing little Arcane town, to be in the know for future videos, updates, and events. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later!